This drill will force you to examine all of your pre-flop folds. You alone will need to provide reasoning, however whimsical or sound, in support of your choices. This tough task will reveal to you which plays you make that you think you should never make. That's powerful information, and it comes with powerful benefits. I'll get to those right after this. What are autofold ranges? Autofold ranges are hands you always intend to fold before the flop in a given situation. For example, at Hold'em, if you intend to always fold 8-3 offsuit under the gun, no matter how your opponents are playing, then that hand goes in your autofold range for Hold'em under the gun. The hands outside of your autofold range make up your It Depends range. With those hands, you might fold, you might call, or you might raise, because plugging leaks for real, for good. Think of your autofold charts as a watertight seal that keeps you from leaking. It's your big blind. The button opens. His range here is every hand. The small blind folds. What's the worst 9-high hand you should defend with? 9-8? 9-7? 9-4? And where does suitedness fit in? Here's another. There's a raise and a caller. You're next, in middle position, with Jack-9 suited. Do you think you should ever play that hand in that spot? When you do this exercise, you are not searching for ultimate poker correctness. This is more important than that. What you are doing is rooting around, looking for your C game, so you can lop it off. Imagine yourself writhing in poker despair. Every big pair you get gets cracked. Every flush draw you have, it either misses or you get there and you get felted. For days. What if? What if no matter how many losing hands or losing sessions you had in a row, you always honored your autofold ranges? How many drippy leaks would that plug over a lifetime? Hundreds? Thousands? What if you played every session watertight? No pre-flop leaking. What would that do to your score? Do you think you could do it? I don't know either, but I do know you can't plug your leaks unless you know where they are. So you'd best get busy. Here are 3 more benefits that come with discovering your autofold ranges. By knowing which of your pre-flop decisions are player independent, you increase accuracy and conserve bandwidth. By examining your folding policies by position, you raise your positional awareness. And by taking these snapshots of your current ways, you always have them for later reference and amusement. Instructions. The table of pre-flop situations shows positions along the top and prior actions down the side. It depicts 40 different pre-flop situations. This covers most everything except 4-bet pots and 5-bet pots, and you could add those if you like. You could also add some granularity to the early positions. This is your sandbox. Everything you need is in one Google spreadsheet. There's a link below in the description. You can do the deed electronically by typing into a spreadsheet, or you can just print the table and charts and do it on paper. Step 1. Choose a situation from the table of preflop situations, such as cutoff, no one in. Step 2. Sit down with a blank range chart. Step 3. Assign a number to the new chart. Step 4. At the top of the range chart, fill in the game, position, and prior action. Step 5. And this is when the fun happens. In the 13 by 13 grid, mark the hands that you think you should always fold in that situation. And that's your auto-fold range for that situation. All the other hands that you didn't mark, those are your it depends range. Filling in a chart is a simple task, but it's not easy. It's hard to decide on which hands to mark. There's another way to do the same thing from the opposite direction. Start with a blank chart and mark every hand that you might want to play in that spot against weak opponents. Now, step back and look at the range of hands you did not select, and that's your auto-fold range for that situation. Both methods of discovery will provide enlightened views. In theory, they should produce the same ranges. And now step 6. When you have finished filling in a range chart and assigning a number to it, put the chart number into the square it applies to in the Situations table. Then do that 39 more times. It's not as arduous as it sounds because you'll find yourself using some ranges more than once. It turns out I only use 4 ranges for all 40 squares. If you want to see what my auto-fold ranges are and when I use them, check out this article. And that link will be below as well. Here's my table of pre-flop situations for live no-limit hold'em cash games, filled in, just so you can see what the end product looks like. I wonder how many charts you'll end up with. I recommend that you do not do this exercise all at once. Spread it out. Fill in a few squares in the table, go play some poker, then do a few more squares, and so on. Carry your new ideas from your desk to the poker table in small buckets. May you fold in peace.